Welcome back. Ever wondered what those certification exam questions really tell you about a subject? Even if, you're not planning to take the test itself. Today, we're going to do just that. We're diving into the PL-300 exam. That's the Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst certification. Our goal isn't just acing the questions.
Yeah.
It's about pulling them apart to see why the answers work.
Mm.
What are the core Power BI concepts hidden inside?
Exactly. Think of it like a shortcut.
Yeah.
We're mining these questions for the fundamental ideas, the practical stuff. It's a way to get up to speed on key data analysis bits in Power BI, even if the exam itself isn't on your radar. We're looking for those aha moments.
Okay, so before we jump into the actual questions, maybe let's get a quick lay of the land. What's the deal with the PL-300 exam itself? Just the basics.
Sure. So the sources tell us it can be web-based, or you can go to a testing center. Pearson VUE handles it. Time-wise, you get 100 minutes total, but the actual test part is 90 minutes.
80 minutes, okay.
And expect somewhere between, say, 40 and 60 questions, often around 50, seems like.
Oh,
High score, 700 out of 1,000. So 70%.
70%, standard enough.
Yep. And the cost is generally 165 US dollars, but, that can change depending on where you are in the world.
Right, standard disclaimer. So, okay, what does knowing this stuff, the time, the score, what does it signal for someone who's just, interested in data analysis generally?
Well, I think it shows that Microsoft has pretty clear benchmarks for what a Power BI analyst should know.
Mm-hmm.
Passing it means you've got a decent handle on not just clicking buttons, but the why behind it, the methodology.
Having the right tool for the right job, basically.
Exactly. And these questions, they kind of force you to think about that. Which tool when?
Okay, let's dive into the first one then. This is where it gets really interesting. Picture this. You're building a Power BI report. You've got data coming in from, let's say, a database and an Excel file. Typical stuff.
Common scenario.
But the data's a bit messy. Needs cleaning, transforming, and the key is you want to do this before you load it into your main Power BI data model. So what's your weapon of choice here? Your options are A, Power Query Editor, B, DAX, C, Data Flow, or D, Power BI Service.
Okay. For that specific task cleaning before loading, the answer is A, Power Query Editor.
Power Query, okay.
Yeah, and it's really the workhorse for this. Power Query is designed specifically for that get data, clean data, shape data phase. It's got that, user-friendly interface where you can filter rows, change types, merge tables, all that jazz, before it ever becomes part of your analytical model.
Right.
The whole point is getting the data set analysis ready. It's foundational.
So Power Query is all about that prep stage. Data preparation and transformation.
Precisely. That's the core knowledge point right there.
And why should you, the listener, really care about getting this first step right? I mean, can't you fix stuff later?
Well, you can try, but it gets messy. Doing your cleaning and shaping upfront in Power Query makes everything downstream. Your modeling, your DAX calculations, your report performance, so much smoother and more reliable.
It's like building a house, right? You need that solid foundation.
Exactly that. Skip this, and you're building on shaky ground.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk user experience. We've all seen dashboards where clicking one thing changes everything else, sometimes unexpectedly.
Yeah, the everything is connected problem.
Right. So imagine you want users to click on, say, a bar chart showing sales by region, maybe drill down into it. But you don't want that action to filter or change, like a separate card showing total profit on the same page. You want them independent. How do you achieve that? Options are A, use bookmarks. B, change the visual interactions. C, add slicers but turn off syncing. Or D, enable persistent filters.
Okay. For that kind of control, letting one visual not affect another, the answer is B, change the visual interactions.
Visual interactions, tell me more.
So this is a really neat feature in Power BI Desktop. When you select a visual, you can actually go into the settings and define how it filters or highlights other visuals on the same page. You can literally tell chart A, okay, when someone clicks you, filter chart B, but do nothing to chart C.
So you get really granular control.
Exactly. It lets you customize that filtering behavior precisely so users don't get those unwanted cross-filtering effects. It makes the report way more intuitive to explore.
So the knowledge point here is really about mastering visual interactions for a better user experience.
Right on.
And thinking about it, how does that little tweak really elevate things? It seems like it stops users from getting lost or confused by filters flying everywhere.
It totally does. It prevents that information overload where one click spirals into chaos. It allows users to explore different parts of the data independently on the same page without disrupting their view of other key metrics. It empowers them to focus.
Yeah, I can see that. More focused exploration. All right, next challenge. Data modeling, specifically relationships. This one trips people up a lot.
hmm Especially many-to-many.
Exactly. So you've got a Power BI data set. You have a situation where, say, one customer can buy many products and one product can be bought by many customers. That classic many-to-many setup. Now, specifically, let's say you need to manage this relationship between two fact tables, maybe sales and marketing campaigns. What kind of table do you need to properly handle this connection? Is it a calculated column, B, a bridge table, C, a lookup table, or D, a drill-through table?
Okay, the classic many-to-many between two facts. The textbook and correct answer here is B, a bridge table.
Bridge table, why is that the solution?
So a bridge table, sometimes called an intermediary table, is specifically designed for this. It sits between the two fact tables that have that many-to-many relationship. It basically contains unique combinations of the keys from both tables. So instead of one messy many-to-many link, you get two clean one-to-many links. Fact table 1 to bridge and fact table 2 to bridge.
Breaking it down.
Exactly. It resolves the ambiguity. Power BI needs this clear path to correctly filter and aggregate across those tables. Without it, you can get really weird, ambiguous results.
So the core concept is modeling many-to-many relationships effectively.
Yep. And the bridge table is the key technique.
Connecting this to the bigger picture, then, why are many-to-many relationships so tricky? And how does this bridge table manage to provide such an, I guess, elegant fix?
Well, they're tricky because database engines, including Power BI's engine, are primarily optimized for one-to-many. Direct many-to-many can lead to double counting or incorrect filtering paths because the engine doesn't know which many side to follow definitively. The bridge table provides that definitive path. It explicitly defines the valid combinations, ensuring that filters flow correctly and aggregations work as expected. It removes the ambiguity, making the model robust and the results trustworthy. It's elegant because it solves a complex problem with a relatively simple structure.
Okay, next scenario. Let's talk data refresh, but with a twist. Your report uses data, but it's not in the cloud. It's sitting on an on-premises SQL server, behind the company firewall.
Right. Common setup for lots of businesses.
And you need to schedule automatic refreshes in the Power BI service so the report stays up to date. What absolutely must you have in place to make that connection work? Options. A, an Azure Synapse connection. B, a data flow. C, an on-premises data gateway. Or D, a Power BI premium license.
The on-prem challenge.
Yeah.
For this, the essential piece of kit is C, an on-premises data gateway.
The gateway.
Yeah, you absolutely need this. The gateway is software you install typically on a server inside your network. It acts as a secure bridge, or tunnel if you like. It allows the Power BI cloud service to securely reach back into your local network, query that SQL server, and pull the refreshed data out, all without punching dangerous holes in your firewall.
So it's the secure messenger, basically.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It enables those scheduled refreshes for data that isn't natively in the cloud. It's crucial.
Knowledge point. Data refresh for on-premises data sources requires that gateway.
Definitely.
What's kind of cool here is how this one component bridges that gap, right?
Yeah.
Between the secure, lockdown local network and the big, powerful cloud service. It makes that whole hybrid setup possible.
It really does. It's a critical piece of infrastructure for organizations that haven't moved all their data to the cloud yet. Handles authentication, data transfer securely. It's pretty sophisticated under the hood.
All right, last question we're digging into today. Let's switch gears to collaboration. You've published your Power BI report to the service. Now, you want your team members to be able to leave comments, ask questions, discuss things directly on the report page itself. You don't want them emailing screenshots back and forth.
Yeah, keeping the conversation in context. Super important.
Exactly. So what feature within the Power BI service lets you do that? Is it A, export to Excel, B, SharePoint embed, C, the comments pane, or D, Power Automate?
Okay, for direct on-report collaboration, the feature you're looking for is C, the comments pane.
Comments pane. Simple enough.
It is, but it's really effective. It allows users to literally add comments tied to the report page overall, or even sometimes specific visuals depending on the setup. You can, at a mentioned colleagues, have threaded conversations. It keeps the discussion right there with the data.
So no more, hey, see screenshot attached regarding slide 5.
Exactly. It avoids all that context switching.
Yeah.
The questions and insights happen right where they're relevant, which makes communication much faster and clearer.
Knowledge point. collaboration features in Power BI service, and the comments pane is a prime example.
Absolutely.
So, how does embedding the discussion right there fundamentally change how teams use data? It feels like it moves it from just viewing to actual interacting and interpreting together.
It totally does. It makes the report a living document, a hub for discussion. It breaks down silos because the conversation is transparent and linked to the data point being discussed. It accelerates understanding and, ultimately, decision-making because the feedback loop is immediate and contextual. It fosters a more data-literate and collaborative culture.
Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration today. It was really insightful.
My pleasure. It's always fun to connect the dots. Maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Consider how these features we talk about, Power Query's prep, visual interactions, bridge tables, the gateway, the comments pane data, they aren't just separate buttons or tools. Think about how they interconnect. They form this whole ecosystem, right? Designed to take raw data, transform it, present it clearly, make it securely accessible, and then allow people to actually discuss it and derive insights together. Mastering these seemingly small details, that's how you build towards truly understanding data's power and potential. It's the connections between them that are key.